Hi kiddos, this is a quick tutorial on how to use Excel spreadsheets so that you can make your lab for the lung measurements a little bit faster. As you can see here, I've got a demo page of lungs from a couple of years ago. I cut it down so that I've only got about 50 people. Yep. So this is just a little demonstration on how to work it. You can see that I've got my headings, not as many as you have now. This is from a couple of years ago. But we can do the same thing with it that you're going to do with yours. The first thing you have to notice is I've got kids' names, their lung capacities, and all of this information is mixed together. It's not very helpful right now because I'd have to go and look at each theater kid if I wanted to measure it, or find all the dance kids. Excel can sort that for you, so let's see how to do that first. First thing you have to do before sorting is to select the whole table. So come up here to the left corner, and you're going to click this, and now everything's highlighted. That's important because you want to have Alan's stuff stay with Alan. You want to have Becca's stuff stay with Becca. You want Becca to be always in dance, always be a female, and yes, she plays an after-school sport. If you only select a column, that's bad because it'll sort all of this, but then Ben won't be playing piano. He'll be whatever this sorted into. So, ready to sort, come up here, click everything. Then you're going to go to the top and click the tab that says Data. There is an area here where you can ask it to sort. So we're going to ask it to sort, and you get some options. Let's pretend you wanted to sort the boys and the girls. So I'm thinking boys will have a bigger lung capacity than girls. I need to check it out. So you come over here and you select what you want to sort by. I want to sort by gender. So I click that. I'm going to have it sort from A's to Z, so it'll be female, then male. Click the OK. Now all my girls are grouped together at the top of this document, and my boys are underneath. So they're all together now. And you can do that with any one of these columns. Let's go back up and see what it looks like. If I select Sort, and then I want to sort by after school sport. So I come over here. I move this to after school sport, A to Z, so my no's are going to come before my yeses. All right, all of these kids do not play competitive after school sports. My yeses come down below there. So once you've got it sorted, let's see what you need to do to figure out who has a bigger lung capacity. I'm going to make a list of all of my no's. So I'm going to come down to the bottom. Here's my no, my last no, and I want to select, like click here and hold, I want to select all these kids that are no's. I'm going to go to the top of the no's until there we go. So there's every kid that says a no. Now I want you to right click in here and ask it to copy. Right click, copy please, and you'll know it copied because it has that little blurry line around it. Then come down here to the bottom and click a new tab. It's going to give you a blank document. See, it says Sheet 2. Come up here, put your cursor in there, right click, and ask it to paste. There's a little clipboard. Paste it. There they all are, all of my no's together. This machine, this Excel program, will now average their lung capacities. Remember, this was their lung capacity. So I'm going to come to the box right below it, and now I'm going to put the answer in this box, the average lung capacity for all these people. Rather than getting a calculator and punching all of these in, let's let Excel do it. You're going to go to the top of the screen and click on Formulas. Under Formulas, there's this big icon, and it says Auto Sum. It will do things automatically for you, a couple of simple ones. So click the down arrow and find Average. Now you've got the little blinky bar around all of those, and it's telling you down here it's going to average the number 1 box all the way down to the number 19 box where my second Tyler is. Once you see that, hit enter, and there's the average. I don't like that it has all these decimals, and since all of these are to the tenths, I'm going to make this to the 10th. So my average for my no school sports is 3.6. So yet no school sports is a 3.6 lung capacity. I would very much like to know what the other side of my document averages out to. See here where my yeses begin. So I'm going to take this, there's my first yes, drag it down to my last yes. Okay, I got all my yeses. Come into the middle, right click, copy, go back down to my little tab where I saved my first one. I'm going to skip a couple of lines. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go into this box. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go paste, little clipboard. And there are all my yeses all together. So I'm going to go to the bottom of my yeses. Come on. And click here. I'm going to average all of these yeses together. Auto sum under my formulas tab. Auto sum. Average, please. And now it's going from line 23 all the way to line 52. I hit enter, and there's my average, 3.5. I'm rounding it to my tenths. So now I have two lung capacities. Here's my yeses, 3.5. Here's my no's, 3.6. I'm thinking that's not much of a difference, so maybe a competitive after-school sport doesn't really matter. You can do that with any of these. If you want to sort, this is my original document, see how it's sorted by no's and yeses? Let's say I want to do a core, so I come here, go up to the Data tab, I click Sort, I want it by cores, so I got to move this guy up so I can see all my options. Core Art, A to Z, go. Now you can do the exact same thing you did for the sports, you can do for dance. Now I don't need all this because I don't care about what height the dancers are. I just want to know that they dance. Right click, copy it. I'll choose a new one just so we don't clutter it up. Right click, paste it please. There's my dance. I'm going to go back to my lung measurements. I want to compare them to maybe strings. Whoops, get my first strings kid. Here's my first strings kid. So I go scrolling down, comparing them to strings. I copy it, paste it a couple of cells down, right click. There's my strings kids. We'll go back and get visual. Maybe those kids are sitting around all day drawing and painting. Let's see what their lung capacity is. I've got all my visual kids. Right click, copy, skip a couple of cells, right click, paste. And I could do this sorting thing for every single one of these. I would come up here, go to my formulas tab, auto sum, down to the average, hit enter, good to go. I can do that for each one of these cores. If I'm comparing all 5 cores, not a problem. You can do the same thing for boys versus girls. If you wanted to do height, you could sort by height, and then you could take the tallest kids, let's say smallest to largest. You could take the top 20 kids that were short, compare them to the top 20 kids that were tall, and compare those on a sheet. It's your decision what your hypothesis is, so it's going to be your decision which one of these columns that you grab to sort by. And that is a quick and easy tutorial on how to use Excel. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your data.